That generational hatred shit, it's so stupid. It's very short-sighted because boomers forget their parents hated them, too. Their parents hated them for rock and roll and hippie shit. Like, every generation thinks their kids are the weakest kids of all time. It's a never-ending cycle. Like, my dad's always like, kids these days just want to pick their own gender and play Fortnite. And I'm like, sure, whatever, that's true. But your dad was just like, kids these days just want to smoke Mary Jane and kiss colored girls. And then his dad was just like, kids these days just want to listen to jazz and let women vote. And then this is a long joke. And then his dad was just like, kids these days just want to believe in evolution and dance with the Chinaman. And then his dad was just like, kids these days just want to ride the railroads and let Italians vote. And then his dad is just like, kids these days just want to send telegrams and let women read them. And then his dad is just like, kids these days just want to wear powdered wigs and revolt against the British. And then his dad is just like, kids these days just want to watch Shakespeare and stop burning women. And then his dad is just like, kids these days just want to leave the Catholic Church and let the priests fuck adults. And then his dad's just like, kids these days just want to sail to the New World and ravish the natives. And then his dad's just like, kids these days just want to contract the bubonic plague and look a Jew in the eye. And then his dad's just like, kids these days just want to sail to India and put spice on food. And then his dad's just like, kids these days just want to make realistic sculptures with realistic penis lengths. And then his dad's just like, kids these days just want to use medicine and let women survive childbirth. And then his dad's just like, kids these days just want to pillage, but they don't want to rape. And then his dad's just like, kids these days just want to ride horses, not suck them off. And then his dad's just like, kids these days just want to print books and get cucked by Genghis Khan. And then his dad's just like, kids these days just want to go into the desert, give up pork, and say, me so Muslim. I was great. You guys were great. Have a good night. Bye. What do you do, Sam? It's evil. Business development? Not your own business? God, you're just a cuck for others. You're just a conduit for others to achieve their dreams while you're trapped within their dream. Oh my, it's like an Inception thing. Oh my God. Thank God you can't buy a gun in Canada. I'm kidding, Sam. I'm a nice guy in real life. I project a little bit up here because I only project a little bit down here. Great line. Sam, what does that mean? Business development? What does that mean exactly? Riveting. What did you want to do before capitalism stole your dreams, Sam? You were a professor? Oh, you were a professor. Dang. Oh, damn. Why did you quit? It sucks. Where were you a professor? Belgium. That sounds terrible. What a brutal life. What were you a professor of? Philosophy. Oh, damn. Okay. What's your favorite this is not going to be funny, but I have to try. What's your favorite philosophy? Like, who's your favorite philosopher? This is the crowd reporting where I attempt to get a clip post online. This is where there's going to be a big lull in the show. They go to the bathroom for this. What is your favorite philosopher? This is always full of comedy, this question. Every comedian asks this question. What'd you say? Heidegger. Why? Okay, he's that German guy. I have another favorite German, but, Hermann Goering. Ever heard of him? What's Heidegger's thing? I don't know much about him. That's interesting. Oh, is it like life is pain? Yeah. Okay. What did you say, man? Oh, okay. That's why we don't talk to women at the show, fellas. That actually was pretty funny, and I hate that. That's why I'm mad. I'm mad that it was pretty witty, and I didn't come up with it. Sam, don't let her do that again. Sam, is there anyone in your family you don't get along with, Sam? Yeah, who do you not get along with? Sister, why is that? I won't move on.
Like names like
Man, you have been an eloquent professor. I see it now. So Heidegger, kind of a guy in Germany, maybe? What did you? Oh, she believes in like that hippie new world shit. Oh yeah, okay. That is a reason to hate someone. I like that. I think this guy might be into that though. He looks like a guy. I don't get along with my mom says. You look down more every time we talk. You're not even making eye contact with me anymore. I'm beating you down so bad. We're just having fun, Sam. You're a great guy. But I have to do this. So. I need this to feel good. This is the only time I feel alive. I have to beat up by someone else. This is the only way I feel superior in life. So someone has to cry for me to smile. So that's just the price of it. I was a very smart kid, Sam. That's why they bullied me. I knew the presidents in order since 3rd grade. Tell me an American president, Sam. I'll tell you who came before or after them. You're panicking, man. It's okay. That's true. It is not your country, but you should learn about our country because we could destroy yours at any time. So I would learn the presidents because we could end this little syrup orgy you got up here. I'd recommend you learn American history, Sam. Because it could be your history whenever we want it to be. We just let you guys live out of the charity and goodness of our hearts. You don't have to. You're thinking. I want you to think. Come on. This is fascinating now. It's the whiskey's fault. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, let women talk. We'll let a woman talk. Let's name a president, American president in the 1800s. What do you think? Jackson. There we go, Sam. Wow. They do deserve to vote. What's your name again, Sam, and who? Chelsea. Chelsea, do you guys ever argue? You ever get into arguments, Chelsea? What's the last thing you guys argued about? If you could be so horribly sure. Chelsea, what do you think? What was it?
My kid's rain boots and whether or not her rain pants.
Whether the rain pants go over or under the boot? Okay, this is fascinating. Oh, God. What an exciting life you guys lead. Which side were you on, man? On the side of the boot or in the boot? Wow. This is how all my shows always go. We always talk about this. You were inside? The woman was correct. Sorry, I came outside. Tuck them in the fucking boot. Man, that's fucking nerd shit. You tuck your pants in your shoes. Oh, yeah, so strap. Yeah, you put them outside, you put the strap underneath. I'm glad you quit being a professor. You were not cut out for that. I heard that you don't have water. No water in Calgary. What's this, fucking South Sudan? What's going on? You third world idiots. The pipe broke! No one checked in on the pipe! What else are you doing in Canada? You're not fighting wars. You think you check on the infrastructure? What'd you say?
Fake mayor.
Shut the fuck up! I just like doing that. I'm not mad. It feels good. It really does. It feels really good to do that.
You fucking pussies in your jackets. It's 57! It's a little chilly! You guys are like, we're not gonna fight climate change. Let's crank the thermostat up a little bit more, then we'll take it seriously. All right. This is funny. Okay, Houston and I've been Austin, Houston, and San Antonio. Those are 3 Texas places I've been. Like every Texas city is like kind of vaguely liberal, but they're like surrounded by the most Republican people you've ever seen. Every city in Texas is just surrounded by a ring of Republicans stroking their AR-15s, just looking in like, we could end that little kombucha orgy whenever we want. You know? Don't care what gender y'all are, we'll kill them all. Okay. Enjoy your shawarma while you can. All right. Even like being a liberal in Texas, it's like you'd be a Republican in New York. They're like, yeah, I'm a liberal. I'll share the bathroom with a trans woman as long as she sucks my dick. You know? Yeah, you can have a D as long as you got double D's too. You know? How do I support black-owned businesses? I listen to Hootie and the Blowfish. Come on. It is President's Day weekend, right? I think this is a way, I think we can all agree on this politically. This is how we solve politics. At the end of their term, every president, we kill them. Why do we let them live? They learn all these national secrets and they just get a drink at Chili's? Like, that's not... Jimmy Carter is 99 years old right now. If the dementia hits, he's gonna spill all our fucking tea, you know? He's gonna be like, yeah, I hated disco so much I invented AIDS. You know? Yeah, we let out Bigfoot to distract hill people from how poor they are. I feel like George Bush is 1 Miller Lite away from revealing what alien pussy tastes like. He's like 3 words, better than Barbara. How'd you two meet? You're just friends? You met on Bumble, and now you're friends? Did you hook up ever? Once, and it was so bad, she's like, okay. Great personality, though. You really make me laugh, Trevor. Is it lingering a little bit? I mean, you've had sex. You never think about it? You didn't know that? Let's go, dude! 'Cause you look possibly gay. And yeah, he's not gay. No, he's hard a lot when we're together. I bet my comedy will bring you together tonight, buddy. Come on. I bet. Planting the seed. I've been known as a matchmaker. You'd be a great couple, too. You're not a couple? Really? You just broke up a week ago? You had tickets and you're like, we have to go? Did my comedy bring you back together? You're trying to get back together with him. You thinking about it? No. Dude, you're not hot enough to say no to that. Come on. If you don't go home with her, what are you going to do? Oh, weird. Okay, kind of. The cat's what's holding you together? Man, you're a little beta bitch. We do it for Whiskers. I sleep on the couch for you, buddy. Why did you break up a week ago? What happened? He doesn't believe in marriage and doesn't want kids. Damn, do you really? I mean, she's pretty hot. Okay, you're pretty confident? You're pretty confident your personality is going forward more than your hair is going back? You know? I saw her, she touched you when I said that. I brought you together a little bit. What was one thing you went in on it after you broke up? Whoa! Damn, I was kind of on her side. No, I'm a little on your side. He can't control that lady. That's fucked up. But I bet she's like, every woman's beautiful. I guarantee that. They're always like that till the dick's a little small. They're like, that's disgusting! That's interesting. That's a little interesting. Yeah. Is he gonna drink alone after this and you're gonna go home? Oh, you don't drink? Oh, yeah, divorce her. You don't want to marry that fucking shit. That's boring as hell, lady. You're ugly as shit. That's terrible. You sober? Come on. What was rock bottom? Where was like you like I gotta quit? Let's go, dude. Let's fucking go. Bet you want that little dick now. So you can get a little bit of that little. Nothing wrong with being funny, dude. I've had a little dick my whole life too, but it works out when you're a little funny. You're a cool guy. Okay, I'll say that I'm not really a big technology guy. Can we admit, why do we invent new things anymore? Don't we have enough? I don't need another iPhone. It's good. We're good, dude. Once my refrigerator could crush its own ice, I was like, that seems like the end. What more could we possibly want? I was with my friend. He really pissed me off the other day. We were sitting on his couch, and he was like, yo, Alexa, turn on my Roomba. And I was like, you just told a robot to tell another robot to do a chore your wife could do. Like, why? Why are we taking jobs away from American women? Okay. We're in a recession, buddy. Okay. How long have you guys been married?
5 years.
You got kids? No. Are you trying? But you got bad cum. My cum's retarded! It doesn't know where to go! Are you really? You're shooting loads in there and nothing's happening? Damn. That's a sign from God. At some point, God's like, I can only stop her for so long. We're gonna make a dumb sales associate. Do you work in sales, ma'am? Was that accurate? You're a realtor. Oh man, I kind of nailed that. Damn. I didn't even talk to you. I'm a genius, dude. You look like a virile man. You can't get her pregnant? And on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Little bitch! What are we doing? I'm kidding. I can't get hard either. I totally get it. It's hard. These women are scary these days. They want fucking rights. Turns me off sometimes, you know? Okay, that's a good segue. What? Would you consider yourself a feminist, sir? No. A lot of men say that. Last show, guys said, don't boo him. Because a lot of men, we're not told what feminism is. It's like, feminism's good for men, too, I think. Yes. Feminism makes sex better for men. Women want to take control. That fucking rips. We've done the work for too long, fellas. Like, whenever I'm having sex with my girlfriend and she asks me to get on top of her, I'm just like, would Ruth Bader Ginsburg let a man on top of her? No, Ruth Bader Ginsburg would ride this dick into the sunset just to prove that a woman could. And then if she was a real feminist, you'd wake up in the morning at 7 and go to her job that provides for both of us. And then you give me $30 so I can see Avatar 2, babe. That's nice. What was your opening line there way back in the day? I won't get you pregnant, he might. My cum got a 12 on the ACT. Very funny by me. Great callback. That was so good. That was just real. You guys didn't pay enough for that shit. That was good as fucking hell. You're vaping while you clap at me. I love that. Vape probably kills the cum too. Not helping out. It's not making him more virile. Yeah. Do you guys get Amber Alerts on your phone in Texas? You do that here? I was with some all the time. I love that. It's fucking annoying, dude. They're not all worth saving. Come on. I'm trying to watch the damn game. I was with some friends the other day, and all 4 of them got an Amber Alert on their phone, but I didn't get an Amber Alert on my phone. And I was just like, am I the suspect? You know? They're like, child age 10, last thing with a white man who looks like pussy's too spicy for him. Are you guys friends from work, or how do you know each other?
We met on the side of the highway.
No. Is that true? You met on the side of the highway in Mexico? What? Why? How would that happen? Who is on the side? Who isn't? Yeah, I would love to hear it. Who met who? Who is driving? This is going to take about 5 minutes now. You snake hunt? How do you get into that? Is that a big thing in Texas, or they're weird, right? This isn't a normal Texas hobby. What type of snakes are you catching? Just, hey, man, fucking snake, I get my hands off. Sometimes I even catch this snake right here. Fuck yeah, nice riff, dude. That was good. So is Mexico big snake hunting ground? It's on the border, but in Mexico. Oh, but you said you met him in Mexico.
Well, I was trying to tell you,
But you interrupted me with the microphone on stage. What the hell? I mean, Texas and Mexico, they're basically the same thing with Joe Biden as president. Am I right? Am I right? I don't actually think that. Okay. Calm down. I don't believe that. How did you get into this? Trauma, right? Childhood trauma. It's not because you were too happy as a kid. But you ever got bitten by a poisonous one? He has? That's why he doesn't really make too many facial expressions. Yeah. What got you? Which one got you? There's cobras here? I don't know. I'm not big in the snake hunting community. You can't be like, no, you idiot. You don't know the regional snakes people hunt? You East Coast scum. You just can't relate to the proletariat of Middle America. You bought a cobra. You not only hunt snakes, you buy them too. Huh. Can't say I feel too sorry for you. You still own the cobra. Man. What do we do next? What's the bit I always do after the guy gets bit by a snake? The perfect post-cobra joke. Okay. I used to be a dog walker. What is this? A shot of tequila? Okay. I fucking hate Hispanic culture. Get him out of here! Thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Dallas, not a great city, but fine. I think JFK shot himself, personally. 95 in the shade, this traffic.
Kentucky's fun. You guys like horses. Big into horses. You're like, we can't own people anymore, so own something else with a big dick. We were in Orlando yesterday. You guys like Disney? Are you into Disney or no? The discourse on Disney is annoying from every angle. There's like the 35-year-old couples who are like, my husband and I collect Disney figurines. Every summer we go on a Disney cruise. He says Hakuna Matata when he comes. Meet our daughter Wally. And then there's people on the other side who are like, Disney's making the water trans. I only let my kids watch Ben Shapiro. I'm a bad father. Last good Disney movie was Song of the South. Funny if you get it. Not my fault if you did. Florida's fun. Well, I like Florida because like, there's like these ex-hippie, like Jimmy Buffett people who are Republicans now. And they're like really old. They're like, back in my day, the orgies didn't have queers. They're like, yeah, we're swingers within our own race. I love that shit.
Tennessee, volunteer state. Yes. That's a generous interpretation of slavery. Guess volunteer state's better than unpaid intern state. They're doing it for the credits. Germany's fun. I've heard the national slogan of Germany a lot. This is the national slogan of Germany. It's he was Austrian, you know.
They're doing the trains are going on strike. I might get stuck here tomorrow. They're going on strike. They said the working conditions are worse than they've ever been. Striking about 84 years too late. Now they found their conscience. Okay. That's very interesting. 84 years ago, they're like, who needs rights when you love what you do? Very ugly nation, though. I'll say that. Not a lot of good-looking people here. It's true. It's like, you thought this was the master race? I thought the master race would have some ass and tits, personally. There's no fat people in Germany. I like that. Not compared to America. Have you ever been to America? Then not a single person here is even a middle-sized American. It's insane. It's wild. You guys took weight loss to an extreme in the 40s and just kept it up. Monster big one. See, this is going to be the show where you're going to hear all these references that I haven't ever done in Europe. So you guys are kind of guinea pigs. Finally, someone experiments on the Germans, though.
The Dutch, you guys are kind of like Germans without ambition. You're like, yeah, we could conquer the world. Oh, we could party. Third Reich, more like third round. Amsterdam, beautiful city, kind of ruined by tourists, though. It's kind of disgusting. It's a little kitschy, a little annoying. I would hate to hear on my window every day just a drunk American just like, just did a space cake. If I had to hear that every day, I'd be pounding on the attic like, my name's Anne Frank, let me out! Take me somewhere else.
Boston's fun. I was doing some research on this beautiful city. I didn't know this. The Red Sox, Boston Red Sox, one of the well, it's not a pro Red Sox show. I learned this, Red Sox, the last team by far to have a black player. Did you guys know that? Yeah. That's kind of funny because for 100 years we're like, we can't win a World Series, we're cursed. An evil witch has cursed our team. Like, no, they have Willie Mays and you have Johnny McGillicuddy. Gee Willikers, why can't we win the pennant? Boston's the last city where you'll ask someone who the greatest basketball player is with a straight face, they'll be like, Larry Bird. Larry Bird, he was smarter than Michael Jordan, he was more disciplined than Michael Jordan. If I saw Larry Bird at night, I went across the street.
Ohio, great state. An important state. You guys, every 4 years, you pick the president. That's pretty cool. The Electoral College comes down to you guys every 4 years. This is not a good start to this joke. You're like, where's he going with this one? Okay. It is funny. You got, because it's you or Florida, you pick the president. That's got to feel pretty good, you know? The #1 opioid state picks the president every 4 years. Every 4 years, we just have to Narcan Ohio. Just like, Ohio, it's time to pick the president! The guy's like, who's running? It's Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Are y'all on fentanyl too? I had a great experience in Texas last year. I fired an AR-15 for the first time when I was there. That was pretty sick, yeah. I'm trying to get in touch with the youth. You know, I'm like, oh, this is what they hear at the schools. You can't get offended if you're not going to do anything about it. It was really fun. I landed in Dallas and I got an email from a guy I'd never met. He's like, huge fan, want to come to my house and shoot guns? And I just assumed that if you land in Texas, you get that email. Like, welcome to freedom, you Brooklyn cuck. You want to, your soft libtard palms want to touch cold steel, brother? You want to fire an AR-15 courtesy of the Texas Chamber of Commerce? You know? And we went out to his farm, we're fucking mowing down cutouts of Nancy Pelosi and fucking, tax this, bitch! He had a cutout of Mitch McConnell, it wasn't moving. I was like, is that Mitch or maybe it's a cutout? I don't know. Gun guys are kind of nerds, though. Can we admit that?
They're nerds. Some people collect figurines, other people collect guns. You know, like, gun guys are real tough till they show you their guns. This guy was like, "Get over here, brother, get over here. Check this out." This is my Desert Eagle. It has a special silencer on it. Only a dozen of these silencers in the early 1970s. It was made by a German manufacturer in It's already legal in one county in central Texas. And this gun is able to shoot 153 projectiles a minute, and they shoot at 750 feet per second. And I was like, either shut up or shoot me with it, man. Portland, the city with more BLM signs than black people. Portland. Last major city where you can have a neck tattoo and a Roth IRA. I love this. I don't know what city this is, but it looks nice. It ain't Portland. Not a single tent in sight. Portland answers a question I've always thought, because I think Portland, it proves that the Native Americans could have defeated the Europeans if they had fentanyl. It's kind of our smallpox. I feel like there's so many tents in Portland. REI should sponsor the city. They should do an REI ad. Like, check out the Lunar Dome 3.0. It fits an entire family and a meth lab. I think it's good enough for Coachella. Those college protesters fucked up. When they were camping out, they should have just said they were homeless. The cops wouldn't have done anything. You're going for Netflix. The set design is incredible, folks. Oh my God. Nothing says laughter like a crippled cube, folks. Oh my God. They didn't pay for my hotel, but they bought the cube. Thank God. Thank God. You're going for the streaming service we all canceled when they dropped The Office. Let's do it. I say fuck, you say Netflix. Let's do that. That'll bring me great joy. Okay. Fuck! That's so fun. I just ruined my career, but it was worth it. And what about this? I say go, you say Hulu. Go! And that's when Jeff knew he wouldn't make it, folks. He said, fuck Netflix. Because they spent all their money on Matt Rife, they couldn't build a better community. This city sucks, dude. The world's largest strip mall. My God, it's like absolute trash. I love wildfire season's coming up. Anyway, God, don't you want them just to hit the hills? Oh my God. I can't imagine a sexier headline than Oprah's mansion burned down, Gail missing. Seacrest among dead. Can you imagine a better headline? I'm like, whoa!
I like San Diego because you see a lot of white people walk around with shirts that say, "We are Aztecs." That's kind of funny. It seems a little rubbing it in to the Aztecs. Everyone's like, "They're gone. I guess we're Aztecs now." You know, I don't know where they went exactly. That'd be like if you went to Germany and I was like, "What does your shirt say, dude?" And he's like, "It says, we are the Jews." Incredible new stuff by me. Oh yeah, I like the vibe in San Diego. I like the juxtaposition between the Marine Academy and like the little bitch liberal art colleges. You got an 18-year-old like, "I'm dedicating my life to this country, defeating foreign and domestic terrorists. I'm willing to give my life for freedom." And then there's a 19-year-old at SDSU that's like, "I'm majoring in slam poetry for furries. My thesis is on how all cats should wear masks."
Seattle, the city's so white, you lost a basketball team to Oklahoma. Seattle's the one city where you're like, "We'd prefer a WNBA team, actually." Who needs the Sonic when you have the Storm? I like the WNBA's having a moment. You guys watching it? Yeah. There's all these loser men who are like, "They fucking suck. They're not as good as the men." And it's like, yeah, duh. But who cares? Isn't that so weird? You're like, women aren't as good at throwing a leather ball through a metal cylinder. That's why they shouldn't vote. Okay, women are better at other sports like
not starting world wars ball.
I was thinking about last time I was in Raleigh, I drove from Raleigh to Wilmington to another show, and I saw this sign. I always think about it was for this bagel restaurant. It was like the billboard said, "New York style bagels without the attitude." I was like, they could just write "no Jews." That's what that means. It's not fun. It's a little fun. South is fun. I like going to Civil War museums in the South. It's fun. Y'all tell it a little different down here. I went to a Civil War reenactment in Georgia last year. It looked more like they were practicing for the next one. I was like, why are all the Union soldiers trans? You know, why does the Confederate uniform say "sponsored by My Pillow" on it? Is that Kid Rock in a tank? I think you can tell how racist a town's history is based on how many streets they name after civil rights leaders. You know what I mean? Because it's a guilt thing. You know, there's just a Martin Luther King Boulevard, very normal run-of-the-mill racism. But if you ask for directions and a guy's like, "You're going to want to take Rosa Parks Street, then take a right on Malcolm X Boulevard. You'll take the Thurgood Marshall Expressway. You'll see the Al Sharpton Walmart." And it's like, well, what happened in Greensboro?
Jersey, love it, good place. Trying to pander? Okay. I was watching, I saw TV yesterday. I saw TV, God. I saw Chris Christie. You guys like him? He was on TV. He was all mad about the salami tax or something. No more tax on bologna when I'm there. You see that guy on TV, I'm like, oh, that's a fat man, a really large man. Then you go to New Jersey and you're like, oh, he's not that. That's a New Jersey daddy right there. That's a Garden State 8 right there.
Vegas, the city is... It's amazing that it's like 110 degrees and a lot of you remain so white. It's almost racist how you're like, "We must protect the skin." You put on SPF Master Race, you're just like, it's not really sunscreen, it's just anti-Mexican cream. They made us do a land acknowledgement before the show in Montreal. You guys hear, you know what that is? They're like, "Today we're performing on the sacred land of the Oneida tribe." Which, the heart's in the right place, but it sounds like bragging. It's like, yeah, today we're performing on the sacred land of the Oneida tribe because we invented guns and they didn't. Ain't that right? Chief wasn't immune to smallpox. They weren't using the land properly, so we took over and built 97 Tim Hortons. Well, I was talking to someone in Montreal, and she's like, "America was built on genocide." I was like, you killed the Native Americans too. She's like, "Native American? What a Eurocentric term. Native Americans? Oh, America wasn't even a country. That's so Eurocentric. We exterminated the First Nations." Okay, I think that's kind of funny. I like that one. All right, one more Toronto. You guys have one of the ugliest skylines of all time. Those high-rise apartments that all look the same over, it's disgusting. You guys could use about a baker's dozen 911s. This city would be a lot better. Some of you live in those high-rises, and that might... Tough to hear, but you gotta sacrifice to make things better. That's the thing about America, you guys always make fun of us for mass shootings. We can admit America has too many mass shootings, but Canada probably has too few. There is a happy medium in there, folks. If you know anything about ecology, you gotta burn the prairie every once in a while so it grows back stronger than ever. Well, that one won't be said at the Late Show. Are there pro-life billboards in Maine in the rural areas?
No.
Oh, there's no billboard?
No.
Oh, it's just like Vermont? Because Vermont does that too. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Okay. But can you imagine what a billboard looks like? For the joke, you can imagine it's
it's like a beautiful ad. So you can look at that for a couch company instead of nature, and it's like really, it's actually cool. You guys are missing out. Oh, is it legal to have a billboard?
Yeah.
Damn, that's really fucking awesome. That's like a really cool thing. I like that. Like, I don't like the no black people thing, but the billboards. Potato, folks. Well, is the New Hampshire no billboards too?
No.
They're all billboards. They're all billboards? Okay. Is that, what'd you say? Sellouts? Those fucking, yeah, they're libertarians. They'll sell their fucking soul for anything. Isn't that their thing? Like, live free or die hard? I don't think it's die hard. That should be the tagline. See Bruce Willis in his next action movie in Manchester as he fights off a horde of fentanyl addicts.
Fuck Yale! Right? Do you hate Yale? Does anyone here go to Yale? Isn't that like, you know that you're like, if you go to Yale, you're actually an idiot. You're like a sucker. If you think education's worth that much, you know what I mean? Because it's not like they don't have access to like a special knowledge base. Does this make sense? It's not like only Yale knows what the mitochondria does. It's like, South Connecticut State, they have no idea who Dostoevsky is. You just go to Yale to be like, I studied history at Yale. It's like, yeah, I studied history at the University of Wisconsin. We both work at Panera. Okay. Okay. What do you call people? Connecticut? People call you nutmeggers? Yeah, I'm not going to do that. That seems like you just want to get away with something. A group of white people like, say nutmegger! Nah, I'm not going to do that. That sounds like a trick to get me canceled. Carefully edited together. Geoff Asmus said nutmegger 12 times on stage.
Have you guys seen this in Florida the last few years? These politicians, they're like censoring the books in elementary schools. They're like taking the books out of the libraries. They're like, these books contain child porn. They're inappropriate to children. They contain child porn. Call me crazy, but aren't children the only people who should be reading child porn? Isn't that kind of the target demo? If they're not reading it, then why am I filming it? What a waste of my Saturdays, my God. I did that joke in Rhode Island a couple months ago, and this guy came up to me after the show. He was like, you shouldn't even joke about that. People are going to think you like child porn. I was like, I don't know. Child porn enthusiasts aren't notoriously open about it. If I was into child porn, I'd say something like, hi, I'm running for Senate. Or something. You guys are really young, aren't you? Fresh meat. Okay. You guys in college, probably? No, recent? 24. Where'd you guys go to college together? You went to high school? Ooh, still friends with your high school friends. Ooh, haven't grown at all. They'll see through that soon. This is about the age where you'll start to go apart, you'll start getting married, you'll realize that your friends don't really have the ambition you thought they did. So enjoy it. It'll be over soon. You'll probably be friends with one of these people in 2 years. So everyone fades, the fire fades, and then you realize that the memories are in the past and you can never top them. And it's just best to go your separate ways. Oh, sorry for talking about life. She's out of here. She hated that. Friendships last forever. Scott, you got Velcro on your shoes. Why is that? It looks fucking dumb as shit. What? You are dumb, Scott. That's why you come every month, Scott. What's your job again, Scott? I can't remember what you did. Finance. That's why you come. The emptiness in your soul, and Daddy's gonna fill it. What the hell is that? Scott, you like to travel, Scott? What's your, have you ever learned anything about yourself while traveling this beautiful world, Scott?
Yes.
What have you learned, Scott?
I love sex workers.
You love sex workers? Did you actually buy a prostitute somewhere? That's awesome. Where did you do it? That's great. Colombia. Oh, fuck yeah. What, how did that go? Was that fun?
It was fantastic.
How much did it cost, Scott?
Not enough.
What was it, seriously? 1,300? Oh, that seems...
For the weekend.
For the week? You bought a woman for the weekend? Yeah, I just like to try out slavery for a 3-day weekend. See how it feels on me. Man, that sounds incredible, Scott. Did you know this, ma'am, that he did that?
No, it was for the weekend.
Wow, that's awesome. This woman was like, you can just do whatever you want for a weekend.
Well, we weren't dating at the time.
You know what, Scott? I'll be honest. I gave you the benefit of the doubt. I assumed that. I assumed this was before she came into your life. That's good. You did it twice.
Twice. Oh, well.
Oh my God. Great, Scott. That's amazing, Scott. I love that. Do you have a picture of her? God, that really gets my gears going. I love that. I'm gonna think about it. Yeah, get up a picture. Let's look at it in a bit, Scott. I need something to think about the pillow tonight. Why are you sad, Dan? Why do you think you're... Scott, I'm so sorry. It's in my brain now. I'm sorry. But Scott, why are you sad, do you think, Scott?
Apparently it's genetic.
It's genetic? Your dad.
He's not even cool, dude.
What the fuck was that shit, man? Are we shaming sex workers here? Oh my God. What's your name, you piece of shit? It's this Afro guy right there, isn't it? I can see it. I honestly don't care. It's just it's so unhinged to be like, remember when you fucked a prostitute, total stranger? I've never met you and never will, but fuck you! I love that. It's called projecting, and I do it every night. I project a little bit up here because I only project a little bit down here. So funny. You know how I masturbate, Scott? Some people know. Okay, this is a new joke. Okay, I'm gonna need 2 volunteers. Doesn't matter, man or woman, as long as you're not disabled. Get up here. Scott, you'll do. This is how I masturbate. Scott, okay. Scott, all you have to do, just tell me which race you would do a genocide against. And if you say Albanian, this will be real quick. Gypsies? No, they already went through one, Scott. That's fucked up. And they're called Roma, you fucking bigot. Can we get this pig out of here? Can we get this fucking pig out of here? Dennis, what's your favorite thing about being you? What's the best part about being Dennis? What do you love about your life?
I'm learning new things.
What's the most recent new thing you've learned? I love to learn, Dennis.
Just to reading news.
You like reading the news lately? Yeah, I just learned there's no Department of Education. Pretty neat, huh? Guess I won't be learning much anymore. That'll be the last thing I learn. That was amazing. Well done by me. That's good. So, Dennis, you served that up, and I thought, that's my athletic thing. Will, what do you want next? Sex or politics, Will? What do you want?
Let's do politics.
Let's do politics, Will. Who are you voting for in the fall? You picked this.
RFK.
You're an RFK guy. He's not even running anymore. I love that. That's a classic, an anti-vax guy like, no, that's the liberal media. They want you to think he's not running. Will, what do you do for a living? What's your job?
I am in between, my man.
Really? Fucking loser. I make more money than you? Imagine how pathetic that is, Will. I don't have health insurance, but I make more money than the RFK voter. Average RFK voter out of a job, you dumb little bitch. Yeah. Will, what was your job previously?
I was running a laboratory.
You were running a laboratory. Oh, so you like work in science but don't believe in it? I like that, Will. Wow. What are you hoping to get for your next job, Will?
I got a little gig lined up in a few weeks to start with.
The classic unemployed guy. I got a gig coming up. Oh yeah, money's just coming around the corner. Just a couple of weeks away. Old Will's gonna be back on top in but a moment. I wish you well, Will. I don't like to see a white man down like that. We met on Hinge. You met on Hinge?
Oh,
That's you can filter by race on Hinge. Looks like you might have done it, Will. Did you guys know about this dating app Hinge? A few white men are like, I'm gonna try that out. It's pretty fucking You can filter by race. The funny part is, it doesn't come with the free version of the app. That's funny. Hinge is like, yep, racism's $8.95 a month. Yeah. For $1 more, we'll filter out the Jews. Yeah. They're tough to find, but we got a good algorithm. The old lady clapping, I like that. She's like, we used to do the same thing with laws. The sad thing's happening to my grandpa. It happens to everyone when they get old. They hate on the youth. That sucks when like old people hate on Gen Z and millennials. My grandpa's always doing that shit. He always gets mad about participation trophies. You ever hear that shit? My grandma's always like, you kids are so spoiled. Back in my day, you had to fucking win, man. You get when I was a big. And I'm always like, yeah, Grandpa, you didn't need participation trophies because you refused to compete against black athletes. Pretty easy to get a trophy back then, Grandpa. Okay. And he's like, no, we were pretty good at basketball. And then you see the old videos, they're all dribbling like this. They all got goggles on, they're getting allergy shots at halftime. You know? They're all passing like, heads up, Gerald. You know? The shorts are up to here because they didn't have to worry about the dick peeking out yet, you know. Come on, we're having fun.
Mason, how do you know these guys? College, high school?
All college boys.
Where'd you guys go?
Temple.
Temple, hell yeah. Don't they still have a building named after Cosby? Didn't they? They did, but so recently. He went there, right?
Yeah.
He spoke in my introduction.
Really?
Yeah.
He tells you kids never take no for an answer. Okay, let's. Connor, okay. Oh yeah, you already. What was your Zach, right? Zach, is there anyone in your family you don't get along with, Zach? This will be interesting as your mom's here. Just be honest. Who do you not like, Zach? You have painted fingernails. I'm sure someone hates you. Not saying it's right, Zach. It's just the way this world goes sometimes. Is there anyone you don't like get along with, Zach?
I get along. Like, I get along with them, but you know.
Who you don't like? Someone you don't like. Just take a stand, man.
I don't know.
Fuck! What if I just do that?
My grandfather.
You guys gonna watch me come? What'd you say, Zach? Your grandfather. Why do you not like your grandfather, Zach? Thank you for doing that.
Thinks I'm too gay.
Oh, he's a bad. I'm sorry about that, Zach.
No,
my grandfather disowned me before he died as well. It's very sad. It's not funny. I'm glad you dug me another hole, Zach. I wanted to vibe with you, Zach. I like that. He says stuff about it. He doesn't like.
It's weird. You know?
It's weird. It's weird, you know. Is he a big Italian guy?
Yeah.
That's fucked up. The Italian's the gayest whites, by the way.
Oh.
I got magoo. Sorry about that, Zach. Just know he'll be dead soon. Isn't that right? Oh my God. No, we like when bigots live. Good. Is anyone married up front? Anyone married up here? You are, sir? What's your name, sir?
Mike.
Mike, how long have you been married, Mike?
4 years.
4 years. You got married 4 years ago, right? Right during COVID. In the thick of it, Mike.
I'm bad at math.
You're bad at that. That was not what it was. Nice to talk to you, man. How can you not know? 7? Off by a factor of almost 100%. Just the biggest moment of your life, probably. Michael, what do you do with your life, Michael? What's your job in this beautiful world?
Working in advertising.
You work in advertising. Was that your passion as a child, Michael?
No.
No. What was your dream before capitalism stole it from you? What was your dream, Michael?
I don't know.
I refuse to move on. You don't remember when you were married or your dreams? What is in your brain? Masked Singer's on Tuesday.
Can't forget that. I think the gargoyle is Sheryl Crow.
Neil, that's your fiance?
Yes.
What was your name?
Mira.
Mira. How long have you two been engaged, Neil? That's amazing.
1 month.
1 month, Neil. How'd you do it, Neil? Where'd you? You look like you did at an anime convention.
She proposed to me.
She proposed to you. Thank God you didn't do that while Trump was in office. They would hang you in Rittenhouse Square. Man, this couple dynamic is hilarious. Man, you were dragged to the show, weren't you? You're looking at your husband like, you find this funny, Danny? I thought you were a little more mature than this. You looked horrified during the last child porn joke. Thank God in 2 months we're taking this country back. What's your name, sir? You're a great
Bob.
Bob. What do you do for a living, Bob?
Fireman.
Rob. Oh, it's Rob. Oh, sorry about that.
Bob, fireman.
You're a fireman, Rob.
Yes.
Okay, nice. Good. Like one lung clap for fireman. I like firemen. I thought usually they were hot though.
Yeah.
They're not putting you in a calendar, Rob. That calendar had a lot of dust on it. 12 months of Rob. What's your Scotty? Scotty, what do you do? Are you an auto guy too?
Oil guy? No.
Auto.
Tech. Yeah, tech.
Tech. Ooh.
Yeah.
What'd you want to do before capitalism stole your dreams, Scotty?
Capitalism.
Yeah, what did you want to do, Scotty?
I don't know.
What was your dream as a kid?
Dream? Be a banker.
To be a banker?
Yeah.
Something worse than what you did? I wanted to be more evil. I chose to tone it down a bit. Who as a kid is like, I want to charge high interest rates? I want to redline Kensington. Who wants to be a banker as a kid? What the fuck? That's the worst dream I've ever heard. That's like where you go when you give up on life. You wanted to be a banker? Why didn't you do that? You could have done it.
Hence the pivot.
Hence the pivot. Okay, good. What type of tech do you work in, Scotty?
I build applications for the federal government.
Oh. See how no one claps for that, Scotty? Are you going to be one of the people that Elon cuts in his big civics firings? Good for you, Scotty. Good for you. Okay. Wearing a vest like that, I hope you get fired. What type of applications can you say or you can't say?
Banking.
Banking? Oh, okay. Oh, you're so close to your dream. Wow, you work for the government in banking and tech? I can't think of anything more evil than that. I'm sure you're adding a lot of good to the world. I made an app that helps tax homeless people. It's really neat. Me and Alex went to Angelo's. We got a cheesesteak at Angelo's. It was good. Yeah, it was good. And then I had diarrhea before the show. And I was in the stall. Did this ever happen to you? I was in the stall, a guy knocks, I was like, there's someone in here. And then 30 seconds later, they knock again. As if I'm going to be like, actually, come on in. I just wasn't hard yet. I had to hear you get a little angry first, baby.